Hello and welcome. My name is Miriam. I am a yoga and meditation teacher specializing in yoga for healing. So much of this is about feeling whatever you're feeling, allowing it to process, building your connection with yourself, and slowly processing to live life feeling lighter with a little bit more ease and love and space for compassion. Today's video is focusing on yoga for indecision. So if you're feeling indecisive, sometimes you might not even know the most basic things like what to wear, what you want to eat, or maybe it's something much bigger like a big life change, a big decision that you have to make that's impending. Whatever you're experiencing, I want you to just prioritize taking time and space and giving yourself grace, because however you're feeling is likely normal for whatever you may be going through, for whatever may have happened earlier, whatever may be happening right now, for whatever you might be anticipating is about to happen. We can feel all sorts of feelings all at once. This video is for indecision. So if that resonates with you, then welcome. I'm so happy you're here and you took at least one great step for processing these emotions. For today's class, we won't need anything, just a hard surface, preferably a quiet area. If you have a yoga mat, that's great. Otherwise, you can practice on the ground, you can practice on a rug or on a carpet. So just take time, set yourself up in some clothes that you can move around in, and let's begin. Okay, let's all meet on the mats, just slowly working your way into the most comfortable position. Let's begin seated. Unless this doesn't feel great for you, then you can begin laying down on your back. The key is we want to bring our bodies into a place where we can feel a sense of ease. So only you know what that's going to feel like. I suggest seated cross-legged just so that you don't fall asleep. Otherwise, bringing your body into the place that feels right for you today. And let's begin with a few deep breaths, closing the eyes, just inhaling to fill your belly with air, exhaling fully, slowly releasing that breath as we inhale, observing as the fresh energy flows through your chest, your ribs, reaching the bottom of your belly as you exhale, growing lighter, maybe even gently rounding, growing heavier into the mat or the ground. One more deep breath in. Exhaling out. And let's take 4 slow, regulated breaths all together, beginning with the exhale. Let's inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2. Last round. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking a deep breath on your own. Closing the eyes, begin to welcome whatever movement might feel nice for you. I love to close my eyes when I welcome this part of the practice, just so you're not influenced by me or anyone who you may be practicing with. Just taking this time to connect with yourself, to explore what feels good. And as always, welcoming this lightheartedness to whatever you may be doing. There is no right, there is no wrong. We are here to connect, to turn inward and meet our own needs. Let's begin laying down on the left side. We're going to meet in the fetal position, pausing here, stacking the knees. Your left arm is supporting your head like a pillow, the right hand just resting in front of your heart. And as we meet here in the fetal position, closing the eyes, growing heavier into whatever you're laying on. Fetal pose is often referred to as embryo pose because it's often the first yoga pose that any of us ever practice. So as we settle in here, letting yourself feel this ease, this lightness, that you don't need to be doing anything else, you don't need to be anywhere else, that you're here, that you chose to be here. So can you be entirely here? Whatever may be weighing on you or calling for your attention, all of that will be ready for you and waiting following this class. For now, let's just focus on how it feels to be who we are as we are without needing to change. So seeing how you're feeling, maybe you want to remain exactly as you are for the duration of this hold. Otherwise, we can begin to lower the head down towards the mat, extending the left arm straight out in front of your chest. The right arm extends parallel to the left arm. And from here, let's move only the right hand as we inhale, dragging the right fingertips on the ground, opening up into this semicircle. And then as you exhale, lifting this right arm up across the body, returning to meet the left. 3 more times. Let's inhale, dragging these right fingertips on the ground above your head, opening up, working on that shoulder mobility. And exhale, closing the hands together. 2 more times. Inhale to open. Exhaling to close. Let's inhale to open. And exhale to close. Whether you are in the fetal position or going through these movements, let's all begin to meet on our backs, extending our arms straight out from our sides. So from here, the knees continue to be as they were in the fetal position. We've just slowly rolled the right shoulder down towards the mat, bringing this twist from the hips into the spine. And to begin, maybe you connect your hands towards your body. This is a really gentle, nurturing place to bring the hands, connecting with your own warmth, the gentleness of your own touch. This, to me, really brings to mind that you're holding space for yourself, that you see yourself, that you're there for you. And that no matter what you may be working through or working on, you'll always have you. So be gentle with yourself. We're taking good care. This is such a wonderful time to just maybe even gently rub your hands intuitively, tenderly, and take a deep breath. And you can remain here with your hands still or gently massaging or slowly opening your arms out towards the sides. See how it feels. But remember, there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no better or worse. Only you know how you're feeling today. And it can help to close the eyes, practicing listening with even greater intensity. What is it that you're feeling? Where does it feel right for you today? And sometimes we might think that discomfort or pain is normal. Maybe that's where we feel comfortable, where it feels familiar. Well, play around. See how it feels to go easy on yourself. This is what a yin practice is all about, restoring balance, slowing down. As you're here, the nose may be centered or maybe you slowly lower it over to the right. Again, seeing how things feel. But then as we're here, let's begin to close the eyes if they're not already and you feel comfortable to do so. And just begin to notice your face muscles, your forehead, your eyebrows, the space surrounding your eyes, your cheeks, your lips, your tongue. Our face muscles are such a great indicator for whether or not we are experiencing stress and tension. Can you begin to soften in the face muscles, beginning with the forehead, scanning your way down into the cheeks, Perhaps parting the lips gently, let your tongue be heavy, and then take a few deep breaths exactly as you are. Inhaling to nurture yourself, exhaling to let go of any of that tightness, that tension, that distraction. Now let's take 3 deep breaths all together as you are. Let's begin with the exhale. Let's inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly rolling onto the right low back, recentering your hips, your spine, pausing here for a moment with your feet in the mat. Let's place the right hand on the belly, the left hand on your heart. Give yourself some time and space and grace to observe, to absorb what you're going through, what we just released in the body. Acknowledging whatever came up for you in your mind in those quieter moments. And can you just affirm to yourself in this moment, a little bit of mantra meditation, I am trying. Let's take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. And then let's roll over onto the right side, entering into the fetal position. Now I'm just changing direction, so I keep looking at the camera, but for you, just rolling onto the right side, stacking your knees, bringing your head towards your right arm like a pillow, the left hand just resting in front of your chest as you're here, growing heavier into the mat. Noticing as you may be trying to prop yourself up with your tense muscles or trying to keep yourself in place, can you just let yourself melt into yourself, into a place of ease and joy and lightness? Taking a few deep breaths helps, noticing with each exhale what you're letting go of. With each inhale, letting yourself expand and take up space. Finding this natural push and pull, this ease and effort with your breath. And if this feels right for you today, then please stay exactly as you are. If you'd like to begin with some dynamic movement, with some shoulder mobility, extending both arms straight out from your chest, lowering your head down towards the ground. And then as you're here, inhaling to draw a semicircle with the left fingertips above your head, opening up into this capital T. And as you exhale, lifting the left arm up and back, meeting the right. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to close 2 more times. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. 1 more time. Inhale to open up. And we'll exhale to close. Whether you were in the fetal position or going through these movements, let's all meet with our arms extending out into this capital T, settling in. If this doesn't feel right for you today, consider bringing your hands towards your body, either welcoming some stillness between your hands and your body, or you can gently massage, rubbing slowly, and try to make it feel meaningful. Noticing your own gentleness, how gentle you can be, how soft is your touch. And sometimes we may know how to be gentle and soft in our touch, but then in our minds it can default towards being so harsh and rigid, creating this tension for ourselves. So can you welcome this softening even in the mind? How can you be a little bit easier on yourself? How can you restore your mind to a place where it can feel more love and worry-free and compassion for yourself and then towards other people? For me, I think it really helps to slow down and to not take myself so seriously. It's such a cliche, but you know the feeling of when you settle into a pose and then you develop a conviction to be there. Whether it's mentally, you want to prove it to yourself, or maybe it's physically, you just want to deepen that stretch, the sensations, as opposed to welcoming a lightheartedness. Can you play around? Hands connecting with your body in stillness, they're moving, maybe opening out toward the side, and really trying to connect with how you're feeling as you're feeling it, so that you can begin to leave yourself feeling soothed and supported by this practice. You're not working against yourself, you're working with yourself. So try your best, as you likely already are, but maybe acknowledging to yourself that you are trying your best. And then let's settle in here for a few deep breaths, just allowing your body to receive the full benefits of the stillness, of the position, opening up across the chest and the shoulders, twisting through the spine, maybe into the neck, feeling how you're feeling in your hips and your legs and your mind and your heart. And then let's take 3 deep breaths all together. Let's exhale fully. Let's inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, rolling the left low back down towards the mat. Recentering the hips, the spine, grounding down through the low back. Let's heel toe the feet towards the outer edges of the mat, and let's bring the right hand to the belly, the left hand to the heart as you let your knees knock in towards each other. As you're here, there may be space beneath the low back. See how that feels, or if you'd like to press the low back down in towards the mat, tilting your pelvis, deepening this internal hip rotation. And as we're here, let's practice some mantra meditation for another moment. Feel free to use the affirmation that we practiced with before, I am trying, Or consider bringing something else to mind. I am calm. I am love. I am kindness. I am patient. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am healing. Choose a word and then mentally repeat it to yourself again and again and again, whether or not you believe it. Perhaps it's something you know deep down that you need to hear. And remember, there is no right, there is no wrong. Mentally, I am that, I am that, I am that. Only that is the word that resonates with you today. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale to let go of any tension you may be feeling in your face muscles, in your back, in your arms, in your hips, and your legs. Growing heavier into the mat. One more deep breath in. And on your next exhale, we'll roll forward, working our way into a tabletop. From here, let's walk our tabletop towards the back of the mat so that your toes are just extending beyond that bottom edge. If you're not using a mat, then just bringing yourself into a tabletop. From here, locking the hips right over top of your knees. Let's walk only the hands as far forward as you can reach. Taking your time to slowly lower your forearms, your elbows down towards the ground, and eventually we'll lower the forehead. From here, finding this opening throughout your triceps, throughout your underarms, your upper side body, relaxing through your shoulders, letting your heart melt down towards the ground. Option to remain here, or if you'd like to deepen this opening, especially throughout your front neck, throughout your throat, you can try to lower your chin towards the ground so that you're looking forward. Maybe your eyes are open or maybe they're closed. But just settling in, letting yourself grow heavy. Gravity is your assist as you're here. Taking a few deep breaths, inhaling to fill the bottom of the belly. Exhaling fully, slowly growing heavier down towards the ground. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to weave the right arm underneath the left underarm, lowering the right side of your face towards the mat. Deep shoulder roll, bringing this stretch into the neck, and you can keep the left hand as it is, or slowly begin to lift the left hand towards the low back, or reaching for the right hip crease. Wherever you are, finding your deep breaths. That ease within the effort. One more deep breath. On your exhale, reaching that left arm forward, placing some weight into the left hand. We'll extend the right arm forward and weave the left arm underneath the left underarm, keeping that right hand forward, or you can reach the right hand towards your low back or towards the left hip crease. Finding your ease exactly as you are. Consider the opening throughout your neck, your shoulders, your spine. Letting the breath guide the way, releasing any tension, especially from your face muscles. Let's take one more deep breath here. And then as you exhale, reaching that right arm forward, the left arm comes forward from here. Let's lower all the way down onto our bellies, stacking the hands at the top of your mat, elbows out towards the side, and just widening your heels a little wider than hip distance apart, maybe extending beyond the bottom corners of your mat. From here, let's lower the forehead down towards the top hand. Here in superior pose, such a wonderful place to practice self-acceptance, gaining a fresh perspective with your body, with yourself. A reminder that you don't always need to be doing and trying and improving, that you are perfect exactly as you are. Sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves that we can begin to spiral thinking of all the things we could have done, all the things we should be doing. Of course, this flurried state in the mind can breed some indecision. The most helpful thing that we can offer our psyches is a moment to experience active rest. Not distracted rest, not turning to our typical vices, really choosing to sit with yourself, choosing some stillness, some quiet, some compassion for yourself, some rest in a form other than sleep. And if you'd like to remain here, finding your breath, if you'd like to deepen your back bend, slowly bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders, pressing your forearms down into the ground, and noticing here if your shoulders are scrunching up towards your ears, trying to find that length throughout the back, reaching long with the neck, almost as if you're leading forward with the heart. The chin can remain parallel to the ground. And however you're positioned here, you are decompressing the low back, which can be a place where we tend to store a lot of stress, a lot of tension. So taking this time to release tension from the hips, from your hamstrings, growing heavier into the mat. And breathe deeply to offer yourself exactly what you need in this moment, whether or not you know what you need. Let's take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, let's all meet in superior pose. Stacking your hands, elbows out towards the side, lowering your forehead down. And now, as we head into our final pose of this practice, let this be yogi's choice. We'll hold it for 2 minutes. So if it's a two-sided pose, I'll let you know when we're halfway. Otherwise, bringing yourself into a place that you'll hold for the entire duration. For me, I will be heading into a child's pose, so if you're looking for some inspiration, feel free to join me here. Otherwise, you can lay on your back with some butterfly legs. Maybe you enter into Shavasana or even a big capital X shape on the ground on your back. Allow yourself to take up space, maybe in your mind. You've been making yourself feel small lately. But just take time to settle into the pose that is resonating with you today, that's going to speak to your needs. There is no right, there is no wrong. Settle in. For the first minute, I'll let you know when we're halfway.
And for our second minute, I'll offer silence for you to connect with how you're feeling. In this first minute, I just want to acknowledge that one of my favorite quotes, something that I think about a lot and come back to often, is trusting that I'll know what I need to know when I need to know it. We can put so much pressure on ourselves to want to know everything right now. But until we're in a place or in the position where we actually need to know what we'll need to know then, there's no point in worrying about it, spending too much time thinking about all the options. What we can practice is building our ability to trust ourselves, to connect with our inner wisdom, to tune into how we're feeling so that we can better meet our own needs. This is exactly why we practice. If you're doing a two-sided pose, just begin to bring yourself into the second side. Otherwise, holding exactly as you are. We're here for one more minute. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we'll all meet in a seated position. You can be seated cross-legged, you can be seated kneeling, just taking your time to find a seat where your spine can be nice and long and tall, relaxing down through the shoulders. Let your arms be heavy. Let's bring the palms of the hands facing up, resting on your legs or on your armchairs, wherever you are. And we'll take 3 deep breaths all together. This time, our longest exhale yet. We'll inhale to a count of 4 and exhale to a count of 8. 3 times. Let's begin with a deep exhale. And inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the eyes, let's take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, smiling to yourself. And I just want to thank you for being here, for taking the time to take care, for sharing your energy, for committing to this practice, for being entirely here to the best of your ability. And whatever you're going through, I see you. I am hoping the best for you. And as I shared before, trust that you'll know what you need to know when you need to know it. I hope to see you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe below. My name is Miriam. You can also find me on Instagram at @YenWithMir, where I do daily, really fun and insightful and educational polls every day. And wishing you all a lovely day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Happy decision making. You got this.